welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you a video that makes me really happy, and that is me gonna be reacting to some theories for A Court of Silver Flames. This makes me really happy and really excited because A Court of Silver Flames is coming out in less than a month now, and there is so much that can happen in that book that, theories are everywhere, and I thought it would be just fun to react to some in preparation for the book. It's gonna be really fun. It's just gonna be me gushing about the book and what I want to happen. So it's gonna be also pretty laid back of a video, but it's gonna be fun. And I collected some theories that I heard some places and some others that are my own theories, but not all of them are. So just, ideas that will happen. I will not be putting anything about Nesta or Cassian respectively, just because I think that we already know pretty well where they will be at the end of the book. Like personally, in their personal journeys, I think Maas has already stated that pretty clearly, so there is not much to kind of theorize about that anymore, so I'm not gonna be putting anything about them, but everything else, it's pretty much fair game. And yeah, there is so many things that are still out there and that we can theorize about, and that's just always really fun. Even if they are wrong, I would love to see which of these ones actually turn out to be right. Probably neither, but we'll see. I collected 10 of them just to not make the video super long, but we'll see how it goes. And also, it's gonna be pretty spoilery for the whole ACOTAR series, so if you haven't read up till A Court of Frost and Starlight, do not watch the video because it's definitely gonna be spoilery about all of them, and probably even a tiny little bit of Kingdom of Ash, Throne of Glass series by, J. Maas. Though I will say before that little part comes, if I end up mentioning it, I'm not completely sure, but yeah. Anyways, let's get into the video. And the first theory I found was that Nesta and Aerys are a thing because of the title is A Court of Silver Flames, and Aerys is from the Autumn Court and Flames, Fire, it's kind of his thing. This does not enter into me not theorizing about Nesta because it's more about Aerys, I think, than Nesta per se, and I don't really think that's a thing because yes, it has flames in the title, but that could also be referring to Lucian, and I will go more with Lucian because the whole book cover has a little bit of a vibe, like oranges and stuff. It does, but I will go with Lucian because it's more like prominent, I guess, more important than Aerys. So if anything, I will think it refers more to Lucian than Aerys. But also, like, flames, silver flames doesn't sound to me like fire. It sounds more like ice, if you ask me, because ice can burn, I guess. So I don't know. I don't think it refers to Aerys though. Then Lucian and Bassa eventually will end together, and I really like this one because I think there was a little bit of chemistry between the both of them for the half a second that we saw them in A Court of Winds and Ruin. But I don't know, I kinda like them. I kinda like the idea, even though I actually really want him to end with Elaine, just because, I don't know, they are betas, so that's my whole point. But I wouldn't mind if Lucian ended with Bassa. I think that would be pretty fun, especially if he can break that spell in her, the course, because he's Helion's son, so spell cleaver, anyone, I don't know, maybe he can break the course. It would be pretty fun if he ended up saving her, and along the way they end up hooking together and everything. I don't know, I like the theory. I don't think it will happen in this book, in A Court of Silver Flames, because I don't think it's enough time. And if it did happen in this book, I will not like it that much because it's way too horrid. But eventually, I am all for it. And if we start seeing more signs of that in this book, especially with their little society of friendship. I don't know, I think they will understand each other pretty well. Oh, this one is that what was in the box in A Court of Frost and Starlight was a siphon. And there are so many speculations about what was in the box, but I do not think it was a siphon. I don't think it was anything like that. I just think it was something very sentimental that Cassian wanted to give her. I'm not sure. Maybe something that reminded him of her former human life or something related to that, which I think will be kind of cute and very sentimental. But a siphon doesn't sound to me like, oh, this is super sentimental, or like they don't even know if siphons will work with Nesta, which I will think they won't because she's not Illyrian, but who knows. But I wouldn't think that he will give her something that he's not even sure that she could use. You know, like Rhysand cannot use siphons, so I don't think it was a siphon. But what do you think was in the box? That Emerin, and Emerin is the girl, the female that was in the store selling, and the owner of the store selling the winter guard when Cassian goes to buy the winter stuff in A Court of Frost and Starlight. I think that Emerin will end up being important after that little introduction that she had. First of all, she's pretty different to be an Illyrian female taking charge and actually owning a store, and she kind of didn't let herself be bullied by either the males or Cassian, which I think just proves that she's pretty strong, and I think she will have a hand in the whole rebellion thing that the women need to start getting into the female. So I think she's gonna be important either in that way or maybe play a part in some other way. But I do think that we will be seeing more of her. Also because she has a name, and I know that this is probably far-fetched just because she has a name, but I do think that she gave me that vibe that she was like important or special. I could be completely wrong and she could just be a one-off character, but I also don't think so because we are doing war camps now, so I do think that she's gonna be important, and I'm looking so forward to seeing what she's gonna do. That A Court of Silver Flames will be the start of Tamlin's redemption arc. And I'm not sure how I feel about this theory because for one, in one hand, I kind of think that his redemption arc kind of started a little bit at the end of Frost and Starlight. With Rhysand's little visit that he gave him, the tongue lashing and everything. I do not want to hear anything about that scene because I know there are very polarizing ideas about it. I'm not getting into it. I just think that that was kind of like, if not a start, then a jump start, a little push to a start in his redemption arc. But in my other hand, I have the idea that it probably will see him go even a little further down. I think he still needs to go a little further down just to get outside his whole self-pity and like, it was not my fault and it was not something I did, it was something that you did to me, and it's not parallel to my actions, you know, and that it still needs to be a little more hammered down for him to actually wake up and start doing something about it. I don't know, I think the events of the book will start that, like jump start it towards the very end, but not like at the beginning or anything soon. It's not like at the beginning of the book we're gonna start seeing him trying some stuff. I don't think so. I think he still needs a little bit more of time. The next one is that Asriel's final poem will have him introducing us to who is gonna be his love interest slash mate. I don't know, probably because books are really gonna be centered around one character per book. It's what Maas said. So probably we're gonna start seeing who is gonna be, you know, Asriel's love interest if she's gonna go in that area with him, which I think she will because she very rarely leaves her characters alone. So probably he will find it there. I really hope it's not Elaine. I don't like that pairing just because I really think they don't work together well, like not romantically, that they need something different, each of them. So I really hope we can see that, but like with another character. I will be intrigued if it's done correctly as well. We're gonna see. We're gonna see because it's very probable that the next book after Silver Flames is gonna be Asriel. So next one, it's Helion will find out that Lucian is his son, or Lucian will find out that Helion is his father, either of those, but not the other one. I'm more inclined to believe that Helion will find out that Lucian is his son than the other way around, and I don't know, I think it's just gonna be really dramatic whenever either of them finds out, and I'm all here for that tea to happen. I don't know, I think it will happen maybe when Helion dies, and I will really love to see that. Not the Helion dying, that would be really sad, but I think it will be really great drama for it, and I think someone needs to die in that book for the stakes to be raised appropriately, so that will be pretty interesting. I do think that they will find out about that whole mess in this book. And in this little theory, we're gonna enter a little bit of a spoilery section in Kingdom of Ash, just tiny, not really, but you know how in Kingdom of Ash we saw that Feyre was pregnant, and which is definitely not pregnant in Frost and Starlight at all. It doesn't seem like it, or like in the little preview flash scene, extra content that we have for these books, that is Silver Flames, and she did not look pregnant at all. So we don't know exactly when that happens, but my little theory is that she will find out that she's pregnant in this book, and she's gonna continue the other books pregnant, and that little scene that we saw in Kingdom of Ash is gonna happen like after everything is done at the end of the trilogy, like right after everything is done. I think that she will find out that she's pregnant in this little book, that it's not little at all. I don't know, I think it could be really interesting to see her pregnant and through everything that is to come in the next books, and very dramatic, and it will add her to the story. Not that she's not going to be added to the story, obviously, but I don't know, I just like the idea and I kind of wanted to see it happen. So then that Praxis will play another big role in this book, and maybe not just the book, but in the books to come as well. Remember, he is on the loose, we don't know where he is. He already played a pretty big part in the previous first act of the series, and now in this other act I think he's gonna play an even bigger part. He's on the loose, so that means that he's in unknown whereabouts, and I definitely think that he's gonna do something. I'm not completely sure about what, but I do think that he's gonna come to be important, especially because of his connection with Cassian. Cassian was the first one to see him, and he's completely scared of him, rightly so. But you know, I think it will just work in everything that it's shaping out to be this book, or at least this second act. So I really think that we're gonna see more of him being very awesome. And the last theory, but not because of that, the least one, is that the Delirian revolt, I guess, will only escalate and pose much more of a threat by the end of the book, and not exactly that everything will be solved in this book, because I honestly don't want it to be solved in Silver Flames. I think it's a huge issue that it's gonna happen. It's a huge thing that has been brewed for a very long time, and if they delve completely with it just in this book, I don't know, I think they may kind of like squash a part of it, but not completely. I do think that the Illyrians will break out, like the ones that descend are gonna go away to prepare for a bigger threat, to a bigger war, and the ones that don't are gonna stay, but I don't think the Illyrians are gonna stay as they have been for a very long time. And as a kind of added to this little theory and aside, but that complements it, is that the female Illyrians will be a huge part of this, that probably because of Emery, they are gonna start actually revolting of the treatment that they have had and realizing that, you know, it's been very misogynist and that they deserve better than what they have been having. And they are probably gonna be the ones that are gonna stay with, you know, the inner circle, or at least a part of them, and it's gonna be a part in that whole revolt going on. But I do think that they are gonna pose more of a threat for the next book than for this one. That's my little theory that I really hope really happens, because I don't know, I just really don't want it to just be over so quickly when it's such a huge thing. It has to do a lot with all the culture that is very, very ingrained in these fearsome people, and for it to just be over in one book, no, I don't think it could work. Even if the book does take a little bit of time to do everything, I think that will be just entirely too quick for my taste, so it needs to take time for everything to work. And those are the 10 little theories that I wanted to share with you that I think are really fun and kind of cover a little bit of everything that we can expect for the book. I don't know what you think about them. Tell me down below if you agree with any of them or what you think about them. If you have your own theories, I would love to hear them, because I'm just living for theories for this book. That's my sustenance until the book comes out on the 16th of February. Which it's entirely too soon, but still I need more. So send me theories if you have any. I would love to talk about them. And yeah, tell me what you think about these ones. Or yeah, let's just talk about the Court of Silver Flames, because there's a lot to talk about. And remember, if you want to talk to me, you can do it on my social media. I have Instagram and Goodreads. I'm pretty active on both, so you can DM me and we can chat more comfortably over there than in the comments. I don't know, but still, if you like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, to get to see all the content that it's in the channel. More incredible things are gonna be going out every Saturday. And comment down below any theories or anything you want to chat about this book, about this video. We can definitely do that. And I'll see you next week. Bye!